No time to waste. The market is starting off with a dash here at the start of 2026. Let's talk about it on the weekly update.
Okay, friends, let's talk about it. 2026 beginning with a market dash. Here's what you need to know. First up, no time for hangovers, no time for sleeping in. The market is off to the races in 2026. It is January 7th as of when I'm recording this, and I'm already behind by at least 3, if not 4 stories. So we got a boogie. Let's go to work. First up, let's talk about the market. This is the same way we've always been looking at it. Red is the S&P 500. Orange is the 50-day moving average. Purple is the 200-day moving average. And what do you notice? Well, our uptrend continues unabated. As of right now, we're floating somewhere around all-time highs. We had our testing period towards the end of last year on the 50-day. We tested, then retested. Now the market looks pretty good. Looks like we're, in some ways kind of off to the races here. Very interesting. If you remember, I was talking about seasonality, and typically we're supposed to get really strong seasonality around this time of the year. That did not happen. So I think it's in some ways maybe delayed to the start of this year. I don't know, a little bit of a head scratcher, but that's what I'm thinking because the market is very vibrant and buoyant in just these first few trading sessions of the year. Uptrend looks great. Nothing bad to say about it. The market keeps chugging. So should we. Let's go. All right, so we're going to talk about some of the news events we got to catch up on. First up is Maduro was ousted. The Venezuela operation, here's what I'll tell you, and I'm not going to editorialize too much on this. Remember that geopolitics really doesn't impact us so much, but here's what I think. Here's my take on it. I think if you look at the video of basically helicopters having an air parade over Caracas, and you were to, these were sort of scenes that we've never seen before, right? Something unprecedented that has never happened before. You've got to imagine that behind the scenes, the setup, the pretext for those scenes was probably something equally unprecedented and never seen before. So what do I think happened in Venezuela? I think Maduro's number 2, 3, 4, and 5 in command sold him out. I think it was a negotiated settlement, a negotiated capture. And I think in terms of the U.S., I think it's pretty positive that, we didn't just kill him and we didn't bomb the country. We're basically just capturing him and taking him to court. Now, the pretext behind these raids is a little flimsy, but here's what I think. I think it's flimsy from the drug running narco-terrorism aspect. That seems pretty weak to me personally. But if you look at it as a Cold War 2.0 containment of China, preparation for Taiwan sort of thing, makes a whole lot of sense to me. So Maduro was ousted. What impact will this have on the market? I don't think much. I think it gives us a little something to cheer about. That's raising the market in the early part of the year. I don't think Venezuelan oil supply is coming online anytime soon. I don't think this has, any real big changes for anyone outside of maybe Chevron and maybe Exxon in Guyana a little bit. And those are only like really fringe positions. So for the most part, an economic non-issue, but very interesting in terms of geopolitics, what's going on here, maybe in some of those bigger picture Cold War 2.0 sort of vibes. Second up, and man, I was going to do the 2026, hey, here's what I expect, and I was going to talk about the midterm effect. Trump is not letting me get my video off. He wants to preempt me like he preempted Maduro, I guess. All right, so there's a midterm effect. Here's what I think. I think that any incumbent wants to get reelected, wants their party to be reelected in the midterms. And the way that you do that right now, America is undergoing populism. So the way that you do that is you have to sound like a populist. What does that mean? Populism is the complete opposite of big business. So I expect Donald Trump to say all sorts of things that are bad for big business. And just today, we got a crackdown on defense industry stock buybacks and dividends. He said, no buybacks, no dividends unless you guys get your production up. And then he said he's going to ban investors from buying single-family homes. These are two very clear populist sort of messages. American homes from rent was down 6% on this news. It remains to be seen what the defense industrial base does on the backs of this. But he's coming for more industries. He's talking about insurance. He's talking about just about everything he can talk about. He's going to say all kinds of bad stuff for big business. He's going to be talking down the stock market this year because that's how you get reelected in a populist country. So midterm effect, we're going to talk about it all this year going into the midterms, but we're already seeing it. If you want to know why Donald Trump is pivoting and starting to carry a big stick with the market, it's to get reelected. And then finally, earnings season. Earnings season has already begun, guys. January 7th, foolish me for, enjoying the holidays with my family. I should have been in the spreadsheets. So earnings this time next week, Tuesday, January 13th, we kick off the main part of earnings season with JP Morgan and all the big banks. I think earnings season is going to be pretty strong. I think spending was good through the holiday season, but we're going to have a whole bunch of data to talk about. We're going to talk about positioning for 2026, earnings season, midterm effects, all of that. We just got to get running. So there you go. Those are all the big stories since the last time that we talked. So what does it all mean, 2026 beginning with a market dash? Well, shake those sleepers out of your holiday eyes. The race is on in the markets. U.S. action in Venezuela seems symptomatic of a Cold War 2.0. Midterm effects and the president's bully pulpit are already appearing. That's going to be a big one this year. And earnings season has already started. And I think it's going to be good, but we're going to analyze it more as we start to get more data. And I'll catch you in the next one next week. Take care. Okay, friends, that was the video. Hope you liked it. If you found it informative, good, entertaining, I'd love if you could scroll down here beneath the video and give me a like there. It helps us out with the algorithm. And then if you want to be notified first of anything new that we upload to the channel, if you come over here, click subscribe, you'll be the first to know as soon as we upload anything. Appreciate it. See you soon.